I was like, damn, dude, they are relentless, my friendo.
Well, last night was, last night, this morning was the first day of heavy fog we've got for a long time.
Oh, or, down here,
at least this fall or whatever. And what was a trip though was driving into the city. It was fog all on the bridge all the way. Right when you drop into the city, there wasn't a cloud in the sky in SF today.
Right, that's crazy. Yeah, there wasn't nothing here.
I was like, it was weird.
It was a beautiful day, dude. I mean, like I was up at like 5:30 this morning, just kind of like I fell asleep real early yesterday, and then popped up like at 5:30 in the morning, and just like got ready and went outside around like 6:30, and it was still dark out, and there's all the stars, and I'm like, wow, man, this is my time right now, dude.
Oh yeah,
dark morning, dude. Just like watching the sun pop, and I'm just like, and I thought it was gonna be a damn good day.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
It's supposed to be. We're supposed to get have a heat wave for the next couple days up here.
Oh no shit! All right, fuck yeah, dude.
I don't know. Maybe that's what all that seeding was about.
Maybe they were just like, fuck, dude. I don't know what it is, man, but it's like something, and it got hazy as hell. Like it's I don't know what, man. They keep on doing it for, but yeah, that there's like this new kind of like black haze that cuts through like. And then they just hit that up. Like, look it up right now online. See what like other people are like looking at. There's black haze chemtrail, and like you can see it.
I forgot to look that up the other day when you mentioned that.
Yeah, it's all good.
What black?
Just put black haze chemtrail. I haven't looked it up either, so. There it is. Black haze weed strain. No.
I saw it too.
I was like, dang, dude.
I think a lot of stuff about chemtrail.
Just go to image.
Try it.
Yeah.
Or try it without it. I guess it's gonna be all the weed.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Hell yeah, dude. That's all people care about anyways, dude.
Totally.
Let's go to images. No. Dang, they're everywhere though. Well, I see them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a black haze, and it's like it goes right over it, and then like they just cover it up with like a white one right after it.
Like this, a black chemtrails.
It's like even more transparent than that. It's weird.
Here's another black one.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. They're hitting it hard with something new. They're faint. Oh, there's black chemtrail.
New black chemtrails reported worldwide.
Yeah.
I wonder when this is from. 2016.
Yeah. Beat it. Yeah, that's what they look like. They look like an empty. See how that one on the left is, and then the white one goes right after it.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So it really dissipates. It dissipates a lot more than this, and and they go over it.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I.
Well, it's two things working together, whatever it is. Yeah.
It's just like who knows what they're doing.
Yeah. So you've been seeing. That's what you've been seeing over.
Yeah, I've been seeing it more and more often. Like, quite a bit, and you can see it, and it's just like it's exact same flight path, and I'm like, come on, I wonder why they're doing that. That's what it looks like.
The two things working together, somehow, whatever it is.
What kind of chemical casts a shadow in the sky, but not down to the ground? Black trails are the new phenomenon, with reports increasing worldwide.
Maybe that's what we need to look up.
Black chemtrail.
It's just the black trails.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
They're just black chemtrail.
That's just like black trails.
Whatever. If you just put chemtrail, it'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see what else happens.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Check out this guy.
Here, let me stop and reduce so we can have sound.
All right, sounds good.
You know, because we're pros at this shit.
We're getting it down, dude. Everyone knows it. It's only 2 minutes long, so sick.
Got
that Casio going in the background. Love it. Yeah. Oh, 2010. Yeah.
I guess we didn't really need the sound for this one.
The music. Sick bracelet.
Yeah, this guy's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, you can kind of see it right there. It's really faint. Like it just cuts through the air, and I don't know, maybe it like sets like a blanket on how it falls down. I don't know. But it's fucking
Yeah.
Who knows?
Wow. I'm gonna keep my eyes out for those.
Yeah, you'll start seeing it now that I said it. You can see him
cool.
You can see him in the morning more than the night. It's just fucking weird. But that's when it gets really heavy. That's like the weather changer, I think. It's like carbon strip.
Wonder if it's like a super activator.
Possibly. Just,
you're about to say carbon or something.
Yeah, carbon like based. I don't know, but I think everything is carbon based. But like, yeah. So yeah, long story short, that they had those going early in the morning, and then like the white ones just right behind it, like digging right through it, like same shape, the whole freaking thing. Like it just lays out a pattern. I go, wow, that's wild, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like the patterns. It's always the patterns. It's so obvious. All over the farmland too.
Oh yeah. And over the bay, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed? You've been on a plane recently where they tell you to like just keep the window shut now.
Yeah, that's like it's weird.
Yeah, they're big time on it. They come over and tell you. They go, "Hey, can you keep the window down for other passengers?" You're like, "I'll say what, dude?"
Yeah, they want you to even. Is it they want it closed during takeoff and landing now, or
I don't know. It's like during the flight.
I can't remember. Yeah, I know definitely during the flight. It's now like frowned upon to open your windows.
It's really weird.
100%. Yeah, they've been like, even these daytime flights, they've been like, it's like blackout style kind of.
Yeah,
they're just like they're making it's almost like a nighttime flight.
Yeah.
Red eye. They do the red eye style. They kind of turn off the lights.
It's really weird.
One person opens their window and like it illuminates the whole fucking plane. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I wonder why they do that. Especially like when we went to Hawaii, they were just like, "Oh, hey man, can you keep it down for the?" And I'm like, "What, dude? We're flying into an island, dude, and I want to see like some shit."
Yeah.
Dude, you know what I mean?
Seriously.
Yeah, I don't know what they got that little control mission going. You're just like, all right.
I mean, the one that I think of just off the bat is they just obviously the easiest one is they don't want people looking out the window, because what are you going to see is just nothing but like one gigantic flat or slightly
or just
concave, fucking.
Or you're up there and you see them spraying something.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. I mean, there's probably a lot more of that going on.
Or you might get to see at an angle the satellites on balloons, or.
For sure. I mean, absolutely, all of the above. I think people are now looking out for those things, and there is probably, the satellite balloons and the chemtrails probably were in plain sight, for a long time, and then as people started to realize and look, Because there's so many that you can find so many videos of people filming out of a plane and just being like, hundreds of miles of just flatness.
Some kind of thing going on out there, like, it's really weird what they have you do. I mean, like, what do you do when you're on an airplane and you're over an ocean? You look at it for a good 15 minutes at a time,
It's cool to be able to look from above for sure.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, fucking, and even like you be going and like flying back to the West Coast, and you're going over the Rockies, and like you get to look out and see the Rockies from above. It's insane.
Yeah.
And then even it's like, I just recently did that and was like, what the fuck? They cruise through this thing in wagon and carts.
Dude, I remember
shit.
Dude, I just remember pilots would come on and be like, "Oh, and to your left for the passenger sitting on the left side of the plane, that's Shasta. It's the tallest mountain, like in California." They'd say some goofy shit, and then you just be like, "Oh," everyone would be like, and then,
Yeah, I mean, airlines definitely used it. The airline industry is just Greyhound to the sky at this point. It's just like public transit fucking nightmares.
Yeah, I mean,
but like back in the days, even like in the 80s and maybe into the 90s, who knows? It was still kind of like, people dressed up to get on to take the plane. It was like kind of a somewhat luxurious thing. It was like you got to fucking go fly somewhere. You didn't have to drive 18 hours.
You got back of a station wagon and like
fucking, like it was definitely more. I don't know. There's more class to it, I guess, is a easy thing. So I mean, I think that's part of it for sure. Just the Greyhound of it now. They just feed you the entertainment. It's just like shove it in, go for it, and just fucking get it over with.
Yeah, it's still pretty amazing, but like at the exact same time, it's basically just like, shut up, sit down. Do you want fucking ginger ale? Yeah, all right. Any of these,
and it's different times.
I guess they have to give you a sedative if you ask for it on an airplane, though. You can be like, "Oh, hey, do you have anything?" I'm like,
"Oh yeah."
And they go, "Yeah," and I'm like, "Yeah, please, they do that thing, and they go, "Oh, okay, we have go, thank you."
Supposedly the trick is you roll on with a box of chocolates and you give it to one of the stewardesses.
Oh, really?
That's the inside wink that you're like in the airline industry.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so then apparently I've never tried it. This is from someone who is a stewardess. That if someone does that, they just fucking feed you the whole time.
Nice.
Yeah, just drinks and whatever the whole time. Yeah,
and then they go, "Who do you work for here?" I call FedEx. You know what I mean? Just like, they go, "Oh, okay.
I drive a UPS truck."
UPS carrier, overnight to live. I'm just on my way back to the West Coast. Graz, So, who knows?
Funny.
Yeah. Because they would never be able to check. They're like, "Oh, who do you fly with?" Nah, some fucking guy who doesn't even speak English.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they would only know that. They wouldn't even question it,
Yeah. Some guy named Fernando, fucking 2 words of English, but he's a hell of a pilot.
Yeah, you could just say your mom fucking worked for Delta for fucking 40 years.
You can say anything. You're just like, "Oh, some guy named Felipe, fucking, he's cool. Hell of a fucking pilot." Yeah. So, what's new? Anything interesting pop up?
Well, fucking, I mean, well, today's the earthquake anniversary, 89, isn't it?
Oh, wow. Is it? Oh, the 17th.
Yeah. It's been totally breezed over, like.
Yeah.
No coverage at all.
Dude, like last Saturday there was that eclipse. I was just at work doing my thing, going, "Damn, dude, it's gotten cloudy." I didn't even think about it. Someone's like,
Yeah,
well, did you see the eclipse? Or I call, huh?
it was
No.
too cloudy here too. I couldn't see
Yeah.
it. There was
Yeah, it
like
got,
a tint in the sky a little bit.
yeah.
But
It got dark.
it was a little darker. Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't even think about it. I heard about it, and then just like your life just carries you away, just like everything else. You're like, oh, you know.
Yeah, totally.
It's already Halloween, man. And then like the minute after Halloween, it's gonna be like, oh, we better get our turkey.
Yep.
You know?
It's
Then
gonna
the
be
year's
all
gone by.
really quick.
Yeah, oh yeah, dude. Like in fucking 10 days practically, you know. I don't ever dress up no more, do you?
No.
Nah, every once in a while you'll put on
No.
a fucking
No.
yeah. I hate that shit.
It's never been my thing.
Even when I was a kid, I didn't even like it. I was just like, yeah.
Once I got old enough, I guess, to like be on my own for it, you know, it's like I never cared.
Yeah. Like just you keep your porch nice and dark so no one knocks on it.
Yeah, no one fucking in the almost 25 years I've lived up here, I've never had one trick-or-treater.
Yeah. I know, like I always got to break down and get a couple Kit Kats and Snickers and just kind of like wait for someone, and then no one ever knocks on the freaking door, dude.
Really? You guys don't get any out there?
One or two, you know.
Yeah.
We even had jack-o'-lanterns out there and stuff like that, and no one knocked. I mean, there's a couple kids in the neighborhood that live in this area, so but no, it's like the village, you know. You would think that like they have like I have a pumpkin patch like right next door too, dude. And
oh, really?
there hasn't been like no like traffic really over there this year.
Huh.
I think everyone's just over it.
Yeah, just occupied on.
Yeah.
I think sorry, dude.
Sight. What are you making, a fucking highball or what, dude?
Yeah. Oh. What was I saying? Oh, I think like the thing that people do is now like the street trick-or-treating, like whatever, like I don't know, down on Main Street, fucking kids.
I can't imagine your neighborhood is anywhere hospitable for fucking trick-or-treating, dude.
No, dude, like it's like, I mean, why would you? There's you know, you like you always want to go to the fucking rich neighborhoods anyway.
Yeah. I mean, there's not even that, like, even when I was up on 43rd Avenue, like in that little neighborhood, there would only be like 5 fucking groups of people, like neighborhood kids that I know their parents or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, like, hey, what's going on? Your kid looks cute, huh? What is he? Oh, you know, do that, Mish. Yeah, come get chocolates. I got Almond Joys, you know, or something like that, you know. Almond Joys, underrated, dude.
Yeah, you down for those ones?
Almond Joy, underrated, bro.
It is underrated. It's not a lot of people's number one pick, I'm sure.
Yeah. Every time I have one recently, like, because I'll get like a little sweet tooth because your boy's fat. Like, I'll be like, oh shit, dude, Almond Joy. It got a nut in it, dude. So like, you know,
yeah, it's got a nut and coconut.
Oh yeah, so you're fucking batting 1,000 with that thing, dude.
Yeah, you're healthy. It's healthy, dude.
Yeah, it's fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah,
so I'll do that. But I always go, oh, I should be something. Like, you know, I'll be the Joker. I can put like green in my hair, and then I'm like, it's like 2 days before, and I'm like, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a lot of work just plain dress up is just.
Some people rage though, dude.
They love it. Yeah, respect, for sure.
Yeah, they'll get all goofy with it and post their pictures of them at like a gala of other adults.
Oh yeah,
it's just like cutting loose. I'm just like, wow, man, that's wild.
It's all about that pic. You got to get that post down.
I know everyone does it though. I don't even that's like, you know, they just, you know, it's already
ingrained in everyone to do that, you know.
Yeah.
Show off online. That's what you do.
Every hashtag should just be like, you know, not really. You know what I mean? Even like if it's a killer place, you're sitting like somewhere like in fucking at the Mall of America, and you're like, and it's just like the hashtag should be like, oh no, not really. Like, what the fuck does that mean? You know, you'll get that. You're like, oh, I mean, we're here for 15 minutes. You know, make it look like in the next one you're at a cheesecake factory, and it's just like, no, not really. Yeah. Just fuck it. You got
No,
a real
not
bad
really.
attitude. You got a real bad attitude with society. You're not participating. The social contract says you have to act like this is how your life is all the time. You're like, what, dude? I work at In-N-Out, dude.
I need to talk to you about your hashtags. It's just it's not representing your lifestyle that well. Could you step up your hashtag game?
Yeah, and then you get a bunch of shit from people, and then all of a sudden you'll just be like, Drake will be like, no, not really, as a hashtag, and it'll be like, get all fucking millions, 40 million fucking views. No, not really. That's the raddest thing ever. You're like, oh, yeah, I was posting that a long time ago. And Drake's all, yeah, dog, fucking stole it from you.
Psych.
Yeah. And there's a hashtag for everything. Like I made this hashtag one time because Brett's like, hey man, like I want to go fishing. So we went fishing, and he just doesn't know how to fish that good. And I just I made a video, and it's just like I made this hashtag. I made this hashtag, Brett's boring, and like I put it up there, and it's just like I'm like, oh man. And then later I clicked it like about a year or two later, and someone else had made a fucking hashtag Brett's boring. I'm like, whoa, dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did you check this? Did you check them out?
Oh yeah, I think so. And it was like the guy had like two things. It was like some dude somewhere. Maybe
so weird.
I think a chick jumped on it for half a second, and I'm like, wow, this is so weird. So weird. Every hashtag is like, I mean, it was literally made for people who do CrossFit hashtags and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They tripped me out for sure.
Yeah, feels so good. And then, you're like, oh, what feels so good? And they're like all stretching. You're like, oh, yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks.
Hashtag foodie, and you're like, oh, yeah, thousands. Yeah, you can make it. I remember they tried to like outlaw like hashtags are hurting kids' feelings because I guess it was fucking up algorithms and stuff, and people started so everyone's like, yeah, I guess hashtags, and then they took away likes and dislikes. They're taking away the dislike button. Fucking really fucked up YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really fucked that one up.
Yeah.
But even if you you can't see the dislikes if you dislike it, can you? Or
well, I think it had to do with like the presidential election where it's just like like where Biden was like all, hey guys, and fucking doing his thing, and it was just like they're like, oh, he's the most popular president. It's like like 10,000 likes of like robots, and then it was just like 1 million dislikes and shit like that. It's just like, fuck this guy, fuck him. Yeah,
so it was pretty awesome how they had to bring it back though, because people would just comment dislike.
Yeah. Or press like if like it's, or the new ones I see now it's kind of funny is they they post something, and then on the the immediate first two comments are like dislike, and then it's just like, and then I'm like, oh, that's funny. Comment or hit heart if you dislike, and then heart if you like, and it's just like, it's funny,
right?
It's always like 50-50 though.
Yeah, totally.
There's some pretty cringe stuff out there, but for the most part, it's whatever. I think it kind of helped out people like Andrew Tate or something like that too, though, because when they took away the dislike, that guy got all big. You know what I mean? It like helped out, like
No, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Not that he's not like some CIA op. You know what I mean? The CIA.
Yeah.
Hell
crazy.
Yeah.
Wonder, you think the CIA blew up that hospital in Gaza today?
Here's what I think. I think that just like anything else, there's a lot of stock footage of like stuff that they probably, it wasn't time for it and they swept it under the rug. And then
totally.
It's like half a green screen. And as a matter of fact, I don't even know what to think of that, because my immediate answer is like, they're like, what'd you think was going to freaking happen? I mean, the writing's been on the freaking like Wailing Wall for years in the Gaza Strip. I mean, and
it's probably not the first hospital that's been bombed there either.
Oh, dude, like that's why there's no real footage of like these freaking wars anyways, dude. They go, you cannot post footage of fucking war, right? And all of a sudden, I mean, how much shit was blown up over the last like 3 years in Iraq? It could be Iraq for all we know. Like fucking all we see is people in slips and fucking Adidas fucking running around, and we just immediately think that that's it. So like as far as like
speaking of that real quick, fucking I saw this post. Jamie Lee Curtis posted like a picture of who she thought was children in Israel, like looking up to the sky, you know, and she had this caption, "Terror in the skies." But like turns out the picture of those children were from Palestine. And I guess she deleted the post.
Oh, they made and that's what it is. It's
no one knows what they're looking at is the moral of the story.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like none of us know. Like no one knows what we're looking at. We're just looking at what's being fed to us.
Right, and that's 100%. Like the first week of COVID, or you're like looking at people like fall down and get stiff. Like, you know, they're like fucking 3 PPO or whatever that guy is, 3 CPO. Yeah. Like, I can't get up. And they're like just still wigging. And I'm just like, dude, well, you know, like, I don't know what to think about that. That's pretty hairball if that's the truth. But also then like a week later, they're like pulling like middle of summer, people wearing big old jackets in Louisiana. Like, here at a Louisiana like hospital, a guy's really having a hard time with it. And I'm like, well, this fucking wearing like a fucking down jacket, dude. Like, what the fuck, you know? It's just like, they're like, oh yeah, well, you know, they have it running on NPR. You know, and I was one of those people like about 20 years ago though. I'd like be like, oh well, NPR, and I'm like, and now I'm like, I'm all fucking like, dude, they've been the biggest fucking liars. You know what I
mean? No doubt, they're even like PBS.
Oh yeah,
you know, they're all part of it. They wouldn't be allowed to even do these things if they weren't, you know what I mean? And I've just from doing this research, I've watched a lot of PBS docs, you know. They are better than like what you'll get on History Channel. There's no doubt about that. But you can see, like, if you look through like the upload, like if you look through their videos, like especially with PBS, like in the 80s, you can just see their narrative, you know, you could just see, okay, during this time, the narrative, they're pushing the Native American thing.
Yeah.
And then okay, the next fucking 20 videos they do, it's all African American, you know.
Right, yeah.
And now it's all like LGBTQ plus.
Right, yeah.
You know, so you could just see how they follow the narratives just the same as everyone else.
Yeah.
There's just a different, a better perspective than the mainstream, I'd say, but still following the narrative 100%.
Well, dude, what's crazy is that, like, BBC Channel 4 used to like put shit on. They're like, hey, we're gonna do it this, and they're like, let's put it on Channel 4 at 2 a.m. for the drunks, you know. Got to put something, and then it would be like this hard hitting piece about like whatever, but there'd be like, you know, like about like 5 minutes of real truth to it, and you'd be like, you look at it, and then you'd search it up, and it would all be real shit. And they stopped that, you know, over the last like 20 years, where like you would get something. Because I remember when they did this thing with the rise of Side Kucher, and I was all about that when I was like, I'm like, this guy is incredible, and what did they call it? Baby, It's Cold Outside was this guy Side Kucher. He was an Egyptian, like, and he came to America.
Saeed.
I think just Said, like Said Kucher, and he was Egyptian, and so like the whole like Islamic fundamentalism thing came apparently from this guy where he came to America, and he was like he was he's from a desert civilization, right? Egypt, like they had water and all this. He came to like do some studying in Colorado, and he really got this really bad taste of American culture, because it was just like, oh, these women are loose and these men are drunks or whatever, so he started this whole like fundamentalism where they they imprisoned him when he went back to Egypt, and he became like this martyr of some sort. And that's he was tortured in this prison, and basically he came out like a fundamentalist, like a straight up like kind of like a Hitler thing, you know, where they stuck him in prison. He came out as like this martyr. Look him up real quick. I haven't gone down this lane in a long time. This is actually a pretty interesting lane. Side Kucher, I think. I don't know how to spell it, but you'd probably get around to it. Yeah. And he basically based his whole ideology like on that song "Baby It's Cold Outside." Like SY.
I like Said. That's kind of Said.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's it. SYD.
Kucher.
Yeah. Huh. Of course, right?
Yeah.
Go to images or something like that. Or put Egypt in.
That's
Jesus Christ, dude. Of course. Still. Oh, there he is. Is that no?
How could it be like this?
Oh, there he is, right there. The
This
guy.
guy?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sayyid.
Yeah. That's not even the worst. That's not even the worst of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So this
it's
guy,
not even
right?
close. Not even
Yeah.
close.
Yeah. So this guy's story is like where it all started for this thing. His ideologies. This is him.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah. There he is.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Egyptian author, educator.
There it is. My eyes are getting very fucking weak.
We're getting good
He's
at this.
also known for his intense disapproval of the society and culture in the United States, which is materialistic and obsessed with sexual pleasures. He advocated violent, offensive jihad, been martyr for Islam, while many Western observers and some Muslims. Yeah, this guy's the guy for them.
So he's kind of he's like the guy who started this the jihadism.
Well,
or this kind of violent jihadism.
Yeah. Life and public career, early life. Let's go down to that.
It's like the ISIS, Al Qaeda poster boys.
Well, I think one of his devotees that he was in prison with went on to be one of the main dudes for it all.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember all these guys' names, but like, yeah. And as far as I know, is like, yeah, this was on BBC back in the day. Like, and I was like, wow, this was one of those times where like they kind of like let like some truth out. Yeah. I just want to see like his 1,000. Oh, there it is. Yeah. From 1940 to 1950, he went to the United States for a scholarship study education system, spending several months in Colorado State, Colorado education at the University of Northern Colorado. In Green, Colorado, his first major theoretical work of religious social criticism a la social system was published. Though Islam gave him much peace and contentment, he suffered from respiratory and other health problems throughout his life and was known for his introvertness, isolation, depression, and concern. He never married, steadfast religious convictions, Egyptian society, westernized. Yeah, his whole theory was like American culture wastes water on keeping their lawns green. And then he just kind of like went from there and just kind of like focused really hard on like how stupid he thought that was. and then that kind of like you know, he's he most likely kind of like might be considered like an incel, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like he
Yeah.
was sparking
Yeah.
this way of thinking.
Yeah, like just hated women or something like that. I don't know, man. Something fucking
Here's the
this.
one part about the women. American girl is well acquainted with their body's seductive capacity. She knows it lies in the face, and her expressive eyes and thirsty lips. Sounds like he was fucking pretty horny too. She knows seductiveness lies in the round breasts,
That
the
fool.
full buttocks, and the shapely thighs, sleek legs, and she shows all this and does not hide it.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is where this ideology like kind of stemmed because he was imprisoned in Egypt and he was tortured very badly to the point where
They were pro West.
just something was like
Yeah.
I think he because he had like he wanted to overthrow the leader, and I think they just don't put up with that shit in Egypt because they're like, oh wait, hold up, dude, you're not. I mean, if you're royal or something, I don't know if they have that kind of like, you know.
I saw that. Yeah. So in 1966, he was convicted of plotting the assassination of Egyptian president Gamal Abdel Nasser and was executed by hanging. He's considered the father of Salafi. So yeah, there is a name, the Salafi jihadism.
Yeah.
Revolutionary, religious, political Sunni Islamic ideology seeking to establish a global caliphate characterized by the advocacy of military attacks on non-Muslims.
Yeah. Yeah. So he was yeah, and I think this is what it all stems from. So like who knows? I mean, but I think this is the ideology that like they're up against and it's popular and it just is being I don't know how much it is, like what it's worth, but like yeah, who knows? As far as that goes. So when it comes to like what I like did, who had any involvement with like the child's hospital being blown up is like, dude, go like it's too far away from me. I mean, apparently now that like 90% of Israel blames the attack on Israel, and this is like Israeli population, like 70 to 80, not 90, but and they're calling for the removal of Benjamin Netanyahu. And I don't know. I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, there's been heavy critics of it all, and I don't know what can be said about it besides like it's you know it's like the same people in Hawaii, you know, they're going, hey, no, something was real fishy with this, and now we're just like they're completely out of the fucking like media fucking algorithm, right? You know,
totally gone,
and like just gone. Like, and it's just like, well, we knew this would happen. Like, and these people are engineers, man. They're not political. They're engineers. That's what it is. And they're using theoretical, like mind control operated things through the media. And these guys are engineering thought processes. I mean, like the ramifications for people that like even like agree with Palestine in any way in like the higher education forums now are complete like withdrawal of money. I think like $500 million today was like detracted from donors for like Ivy League professors. So it's like the snake eating the head of the snake. It's like, you know, and it's just like they're just trying to get their ducks in a row for a major like you know, whatever they call that when you can't talk about it. Censorship program rollout, you know. So I don't even know what you can say about it, like even on the internet at this point, whether if you're going to post it.
Yeah, totally.
But you know,
this whole section might just fucking.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
anyways,
like you know, like who am I? I'm just a fucking guy that like read a few books and saw a few documentaries that happen to know a little bit more than like my neighbors that like just put up Ukraine flags and fly fucking the flag of Israel in these times of trouble, you know, which like is fine. Like it's not a big deal to me. I mean, like, you know, like, hey, like, you know, just as long as they have skills so that they can keep themselves alive during the fucking World War III that's about to fucking happen, it's fine with me. You know what I mean? I don't even have those fucking skills, but I need them fucking badly at this point. You know, I know how to dig a hole and fucking store food. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's about one. Yeah.
All of this, I feel like is tying together, whether it's like the war in Ukraine, the war here in Israel coming,
yeah,
the COVID thing, because even like, dude, so there's the signs of the police state coming to the Bay Area are loud and fucking clear right now.
I mean,
Gavin Newsom just passed something. Let me show you. They're gonna start having cameras everywhere.
Oh, for cars going over 10 miles per hour.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the other one is
Governor Gavin Newsom has signed a bill into law that will allow the use of speed cameras in the state. San Francisco, San Jose, and Oakland, along with 3 other cities in Southern California, will now be able to pilot speed camera programs.
This is just the beginning.
The law will allow San Francisco to install 33 cameras across the city.
33!
Right. What a number.
From the beginning. Walk SF's
you can't even
director, Jody Medeiros, says she believes the new law will really help to improve safety on city streets.
She don't even believe that.
Other places,
no.
Place like New York City has brought down.
This is just leading to more cameras and more cameras. You know, we don't have to fucking.
And this lady, I hate to like say it, this lady does not live in San Francisco.
I'm sure she doesn't.
You know, she's trying to solve a problem for like and justify these bad policies, and she's here because she looks absolutely like a Karen. I mean, if there was going to be like, explain what this Karen looked like, this is what a Karen looks like, and it's not her own. It's not her fault. She's a product of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she.
You know,
big time.
Yeah, and that's neither here nor there. But they're trying to solve a problem for themselves. That doesn't even help the problem, but add to the problem for fucking poor people that will be driving fucking to get to fucking work.
Totally.
You know,
and that's and that's a huge part of it for sure.
Yeah,
that's a huge part of it for sure. You know, and the other part is the surveillance state shit.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that like that's what it is, and she, you know, it's like, hey, we got to do something. We got to act like we're doing something. You're acting like you're doing. The fucking fact of the matter is like you're acting.
33 cameras.
33 cameras. I mean, it's like what do you want us to say? You know, it's like we don't know that number. Like normal people don't know the number anymore. I mean, it's just like, you know, and I'm not saying that like at some point 80% is the new 100% with like conspiracies and numbers, you know.
80 is the new 100.
Yeah, because it's like, how sure are you of this? You're like, are you 100% sure? You're like, I'm 80%. All right.
That's pretty fucking good.
You know, I'm 80%.
That's why, I mean, you can get to the Hall of Fame with 30% numbers.
Oh yeah, you're considered great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like, you know, legendary. But like the new, when it comes to like this, I know for a fact 100% of this is approved conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we already know this is like anything that's coming through the television with this freaking like weird AI face, like, you know, is 100% controlled up.
Yeah.
You know, like, so we're taking what they're saying at like, maybe you guys are like 5% just reporting the news because it was like sent down from the higher engineers. Gavin Newsom's just an engineer, man.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And he's
just a puppet.
He's just an engineer. He like, you know, it's just like, hey, we need a voice and we need a head.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, oh, so yeah, he's like, and that's all he is.
Yeah.
He's so good looking. He's so well spoken. It's just like, yeah. So what does that mean? Oh, he looks presidential. And it's just like, dude.
Yeah. And people fucking vote for that because of that.
He sounds presidential.
So retarded.
So
he's going to be president, bro. He's going to be president
at some point. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like it's all this whack like engineering project, man. You know, and it's just like the only thing that works and the only thing that ever works is like free fucking enterprise, man, of like and support from the federal government in like getting your business, whatever it is, off the ground with as little regulations as possible. That's the only way average people can become successful, because all the stuff that they put in front of you on the other end of things makes it impossible to be successful. And they don't want you making more than $120,000 a year because you get slammed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the taxes fucking bump big time.
You get slammed. Like, oh yeah, on paper I make 135, but it's just like, yeah, you just spent like 50,000 of it in like freaking taxes on a W-2 form. It's such a
they just took from you.
33 cameras. That's a real interesting fucking number, is all I'm saying. And like 80% of that means that it's like completely fucked up.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what I'm at. That's when I hear that number. I go, oops.
Check this one out.
Some substantial overhauls to the police department in San Francisco. KTVU's Christian Captain explains the mayor's proposed ballot initiative aimed at restoring some key police powers.
San Francisco's Mayor London Breed says she wants voters to decide how the city will respond to crime. She's putting forth a ballot measure, Safer San Francisco, that she says will expand police powers and get rid of red tape slowing officers down.
Now we are going to the voters and say, voters of San Francisco, this is what's happening. These are the basic tools we need to improve public safety in San Francisco.
Mask.
Support Safer SF today.
The mayor says her measure would streamline paperwork and procedures to get officers out on the streets more quickly and would broaden department use of new technology, including surveillance cameras and drones.
Here come the drones.
To solve crimes.
Here come the police
Chief
drones.
Bill Scott says the changes would make an immediate impact on his department's ability to track down and catch criminals. He pointed to the fact that San Francisco currently lacks air support to track down suspects after a crime is committed.
We don't have it. So if we had the ability to have drones at the end of a foot pursuit, we get in foot pursuits all the time. Our perimeters, we have technology
police
and drones
fucking drones. Here they are.
Find the person we're looking for. That's a huge, huge thing for us.
The ballot measure would effectively work.
He sounds like he just got briefed on it like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, big time, dude. He had no idea what was going on when he woke up this morning.
They need to see the plan before deciding whether or not they support it. The Electronic Frontier Foundation, a watchdog in the digital space, says it has concerns about the proposed ballot measure, which they say would weaken community control over police use of surveillance technology, saying in part, quote, putting communities under a microscope with high-tech surveillance will inevitably hurt those communities that are already the most policed, surveilled, and marginalized.
Yeah. No, that's that's like exactly what you were just saying.
Yeah,
you know, that was your point.
Yeah,
no,
but if you pause it and go back, let's look at the name. Okay, right there. Dr. Matthew Guariglia, EFF Senior Policy Analyst. Now, who's that? Like, you don't put a fucking picture of this guy who's objecting to it?
He's let's go back.
You have this whole report on it, but they're talking to this guy that just got briefed on it like 5 minutes ago. And this guy's just going, hey man, like, here's the objection. They don't even give his side of the fucking story. Yeah, let's look his ass up.
Yeah. Electronic Frontier Foundation. All right, let's get this going.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, they go through this whole thing where it's just like, you know, Big Brother, and this guy's going, hey, take a look at this, dude. It's like the only people that get parking tickets in San Francisco that are made to pay them are the fucking residents that like are trying to park in front of their fucking houses, dude. And they'll tell your ass in San Francisco, man. They'll fucking show up 5 minutes.
So what about? I guess that's
Just look up the guy's name.
Oh yeah, Matthew Guariglia.
Yeah.
Just donate. People.
There. Yeah, there he is.
No, it was something else.
Are you sure that?
Yeah, it was like Guariglia.
No, that was him.
It was someone else, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see. Go back.
Hold on. Guariglia.
Oh yeah, you're right. Or they just gave the wrong name. Just like messed up his name on purpose.
Okay, maybe he's like a press guy. Hold on. They throw the intern out there.
Oh no, he's an intern. Just type his name in there. Advisory board, yeah.
Maybe.
He just doesn't even exist. They just made it up right there.
Carnegie directs the Carnegie Endowment's Technology and Internal Affairs program. Carnegie, if I can ask all kinds of shit.
Family member, are you?
All right, let's look up his motherfucking name.
Yeah.
Guariglia.
Image. There he is.
He's a policy analyst.
Let's email this guy.
What do you want to ask him?
Just be like, oh, his X handle.
Yeah, let's tweet him.
Yeah. Is this stuff he's written?
Yeah. This is one he just did. Gao reports show government uses face recognition with no accountability. Yeah, no shit.
That's pretty wild.
We knew that. Federal agents are using face recognition software without training, policies, or oversight, according to the Government Accountability Office.
They're just going straight from the computer. It's him. Yeah. Let's go get him. It's like that lady that had the same facial recognition of that person from like January 6th in Alaska. Like she was like just cooking fucking seal blubber fucking pancakes. Fucking they just the fucking door in.
Yeah, they just fucking parachute in.
She just probably shite her fucking pants, dude, when that happened. Say what?
Imagine that.
They probably took her down like fucking, it's a moose in the house.
They're not training.
So this guy has some pretty heavy cities should act now to ban predictive policy and to stop using shot spotters. The federal government's privacy watchdog. Yeah. I mean, this guy seems like he's on like some kind of like,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's like kind of like doing some good work here.
A predictive policing technology known to exacerbate inequalities. See, they're trying to. I mean, this is fucking Philip K. Dick.
Yeah, yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
this guy's trying to stop Philip K.
yeah,
He's trying to stop. He's Tom Cruise right now. Fucking.
yeah. Run everywhere he runs. Crazy. Cookies. Predictive causing algorithms are racist. They need to be dismantled. Huh.
I'd argue they're more than that as well,
but racist toward who? Haitian and African American populations had put one of the students in a chokehold. The next day, several dozen kids staged a peaceful demonstration that didn't go well. The night, Miami's NBC6 News kicked off with a segment called Chaos on Campus, of course. C on C.
Yeah, way to get the
cock. Tensions might high, and then schools
the clickbait going.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't even bother. They didn't even bother having this guy have like a say, except like that thing, and then we have to go on here and figure out who the fuck he is. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What he's writing about: the federal government privacy watchdog concedes 702 must change. The U.S. government database of immigrants' DNA, and it hit scary astronomical proportions. This is like he's got a hell of a fucking page. Don't fall.
The FBI recently released its proposed budget for 2024, and its request for a massive increase in funding for its DNA database should concern us all. The FBI is asking for additional $53 million in funding to aid their collection, organization, and maintenance of its combined DNA index system, CODIS, database in the wake of a 2020 Trump administration rule that requires the Department of Homeland Security to collect DNA from anyone in immigration detention. The database probably houses genetic information on over 21 million people.
Illegal aliens.
Yeah. Illegal Americans.
The funny thing is like the funny thing is like, do civil liberties apply to like United States citizens?
Mm-hmm. After the Supreme Court's decision in Maryland versus King, which upheld a Maryland statute to collect DNA from individuals arrested for a violent felony offense, states have rapidly expanded DNA collection to encompass more and more offenses, even when DNA is not implicated in the nature of the offense. For example, in Virginia, the ACLU and other advocates fought against a bill that would have added obstruction of justice and shoplifting as offenses for which DNA could be collected. So they're just pushing. They're pushing the envelope, pushing the envelope, pushing the envelope.
Yeah, but like
collecting as much as they can.
Well, on citizens or non-citizens or people that are just in like a lower tax bracket, because
basically non-citizens and fucking felons in this case, in these cases,
civil liberties, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, the minute they want to give out that list of the Epstein Island, the client list, then like let's start talking about like all this database shit. You know what I mean? It's like, see, right? You know, like the two justice systems, the Banana Republic, and like, what do you want me to pay for? You know, that's all it comes down to.
Mm-hmm. I like where this guy's coming from for sure.
He's got a nice slant. I mean, he's working inside the belly of the beast, and he might have to like use like a strange cover for like his, you know. What does it say about his early life? Does it say anything about like where he, like what he did?
We didn't get there. Those are just like his articles or whatever.
Yeah. So he's a
affiliated scholar. This is just all his school things.
Mm-hmm.
Where he goes, it's his site. He has a PhD in history.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Maybe we should email this motherfucker, dude. Like, be like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? Like, we just saw this thing on, like, we want to know what you're thinking. He'd probably be like, oh, never email us back.
Yeah.
He looks like some guy that would probably be into, like, fucking, what's that one band? Fucking, Jets to Brazil or something, you know?
Oh, yeah. Jawbreaker.
Yeah, Jawbreaker.
Smart. He's a smart punker.
Yeah, like, just like these guys, you know? Jawbreaker.
Yeah, maybe we'll hit him up.
Yeah. What would you say? Like, hey, dude.
Have
like,
you ever heard about Tartaria?
Yeah. I see that you're a lawyer and you also have like a history. You studied history in college. Really like to know what's going on with like this EFF that you're a part of. Your articles are seeming like you're doing some good work. I don't know. What would you even say?
Yeah.
Yeah. Trump's NASA sees Space Force as a means to being free market capitalism to the final frontier. World War One. Look at the shit he's written. World War One. I can't read that. Preparedness and the militarization of New York City PD. That's interesting. Gotham City for New York City history. God, what's that about? Like, hit that thing. See some pictures he got. Cool. Whitney.
Looks like the military fucking occupied the city during World War One.
Oh, this was back when he was just a candidate.
Mm-hmm. 2018, not too long ago.
Oh, so he's new on the scene. There's something about Chinatown.
Where's that one?
Down. Here goes policy, Chinatown Chinese, and the Chinese American adaptation of progressive America. What's a Jekyll Hyde extension inside the CIA's 1980 manual for ferreting out homosexuals, mock rock, when librarians stood up to the most powerful spy agency in the world. U.S. Navy intelligence tasked FBI in digging up dirt on Eric Williams to sway Trinidadian election. This guy's got some fucking heavy hitting stuff, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What's this?
Chicago. The White City.
So he's talking about the Chicago fucking World's Fair. Wow, dude, this guy might be in, dude.
Yeah. The 1893 World's Columbian Exposition in Chicago, intended to reflect the high point of U.S. and white Western civilization. According to reports, detectives, the police that patrolled it did it the same. The centerpiece of the exposition, the White City, was a sprawling downtown full of water features. We know all this in an effort to police the impeccable international city with an impeccable international police force. Chicago police utilized new technologies and tactics developed by police departments in the U.S. and across Europe throughout the 1890s. Enabled by a number of scientific and bureaucratic advancements they had imported from departments around the globe, Chicago police attempted to put a cutting edge of policing into practice in the White City. For instance, the criminal file, complex systems of identification, new vehicles, modern investigation techniques were all in use at the Columbian Exposition, and each had been recently imported to the U.S. from police departments in Europe. In many instances, the European detectives who invented and utilized these innovations were the veterans and masterminds behind new systems of coercive governance in colonies abroad. making late 19th, early 20th century police warrants in Europe. Invariably in the U.S., the product of a growing sense of globalism and lasting imprint of imperialism on the intellectual and urban landscape. So they detectives specifically work with the Bertillon method, a system by identifying criminals based on bodily measurements.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Likewise, for months, Chicago police collected criminal fees and familiarized themselves with the face of the most notorious wrongdoers in the United States, Canada, Mexico, and Europe, should any of them appear on the fairgrounds. They were all white, obviously. There's the Ferris wheel.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy might be in, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Cannibals carrying their master. This is a good little human zoo photo. These are probably white dudes in fucking.
That's a possibility
black
for
pants.
sure.
I know in the and I can't remember if it was the 1894 SF or 1915 SF. There was like China Village or whatever, and most of the people who were like running the rickshaws and all that shit were just white people in fucking Chinese makeup,
like David Carradine and his brothers.
Pretty much. Good one, dude. Yeah, pretty much. The Columbian Guard. For a year before the official start of the expo, Chicago police recruited dozens of detectives from cities across the world. Total 16 foreign police reported for duty, all of them tall, white, and fighting fit. The Columbian Guard, they called them. Funny. This guy fucking didn't get the memo to look at the camera.
He's just can't even stop playing cop. That's like his deal, dude.
Right.
This is like probably the first like where the UN was just like, dude, this is gonna be a world government type people.
That or these are just expo goers in the photo booth playing dress up.
That's right. That's right. Good call on that one.
It's hard to say, man.
Can't tell.
I got a picture of me fucking in the Old West somewhere.
Yeah.
When was it really?
Look.
Huh, what a trip though that he taught.
Yeah.
He somehow
I mean, right?
There it is.
Well, like this is exactly what I said. Both officers and taxes employees emphasized that the project's subordination along racial lines was not unique to the United States, but undertaking shared and collaborated by the imperialist powers on the other side of the Atlantic.
Yeah, I mean, further just showing that all these World's Fairs were working together to indoctrinate, reprogram a new society all together.
Yeah, dude, look at this, dude. Like his, this was like back then, and now like his like most recent work was the overzealous government appeared in the recent work, Dangers of the Overzealous Government Surveillance, appeared in the Washington Post, made by History.
Let's see if it's still available.
Dude, yeah, look at him, dude.
Oh no.
Yeah, who cares? Washington Post is so gay, dude.
Huh.
Yeah. Look at he cites all these. Look at like who he cites, because he's like into all, like, you know.
So this is.
These are all people that like get to look at the like books in like the libraries.
Mm-hmm. Something might come up from this.
Oh, Amazon.
Oh, wait, let me go to the archive one. Okay. Volume 166, 156, number 439. Okay, what was it called again? Police protection at the World's Fair.
You're gonna have to be flicking through that for a while. 14 or was it 149? The internet's amazing.
Wonder if it's right on the other side, just in case. Oh no, it's the beginning. Oh yeah, you did say 140. It did say 140. Oh, but these numbers are all fucked.
I know. Dude, someone went and wrote this book. Or is it 419? $419 or 149? I can't remember now.
Spain at the World's Fair. It might be interesting to come back to. 5 buildings and earthquakes.
That's interesting.
This claims to statehood.
Wow, look at that. In New Mexico, ripe for admission to statehood. I answer the question on
Hesitantly.
Unhesitantly, yeah. In the affirmative. I can't read it.
Yeah.
My eyes are just all zzz, zzz.
He's just talking about how cool New Mexico is. England.
What is that?
Orient.
Oh, that would probably be a good goddamn fucking chapter to read. Talking Hong Kong. Talking Hong Kong.
Yeah, well, those couple of books I have, I'll look at this at the bottom. Those, well, Peter Fleming was English, obviously, and then there's Owen Lattimore who wrote a couple of books. One's called High Tartary. Mm-hmm. He was an English dude too.
Where'd you find that one? Did you find that at a bookstore in town?
No, I had to buy that one.
Have you skimmed it or
a little bit? But
hard copy too, dude. That's fucking balls out, dude.
I mean, I think that's all there is. It wasn't cheap.
Yeah, would that set you back? Andy?
Yeah, it was around $100, maybe like $80 or something like that.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
I just haven't been able to wrap my. It's just so much, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've started reading it because I see there's a bookmark here.
Yeah. What are the chapters' names?
The capital of High Tartary, the road north of the heavenly mountains, wintering grounds of the nomads. This dude was there before Peter Fleming. And I remember thinking, this guy has a more
like doctoral look at
proper, or like, I feel like I don't know, maybe there's like connections to him. I forget. This one, The Land of Lost Cities is the title. Mr. Pan. I feel like I was thinking Owen Lattimore kind of had like Mason vibes.
Oh yeah.
Mentions the Tartars down here. The question has often been asked of me since my return from the various countries of Mohammed and Asia. And when I've answered that the English or the Anglo-Saxon Saxon race in the general has proved to be the best fitted for the propagation of modern ideas. I have been set down as a critic with special bias for the English-speaking race, and as one who finds nothing to blame in that fraction of the Western world. My criticisms, however, are based upon facts and upon long-standing intimate connection with Turks, Persians, Tartars, Afghans, and Hindus on the one hand, with English and Americans on the other. Huh. Talking about England and India.
That's to the fact on my site.
This will warrant more review for sure.
Well, dude,
I'm gonna save this one.
Dude, like the funny thing in all seriousness is we saw like some news clipping, this guy's name, and this led us to this. I mean, like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's encompassing.
Totally. Yeah.
Right. And he seems like to be the only one objecting to the surveillance state in such a way. I mean, this has to be more like, I don't know. This has to make more sense than just like not showing his face. Just like, here's one guy, here's your guy, go look at him. And he's like, he's connected to all this shit, dude, you know?
Mm-hmm. What was the name of the police protection? Can we search it?
There's a search bar right there.
Can I search this one? Oh, here we go. Jew. Did you see that?
What? Oh, it came up.
When I went to search the two hints that came up was Jew and Tartars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Someone's been here before, huh?
We found it. Looks like it's just like, hold on. I gotta get up for a second. Oh, can you read it?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'm looking for
little keywords. Neck just started killing me. I need the ice.
What happened to your knee?
No, my neck's just.
Oh yeah. Looks like they were kind of just like the body type and body language was probably like pickpockets is like what I'm like getting the vibe here.
Yeah,
that's why.
I mean, to me, it definitely seems like it was like, all right, this is how fucking policing's gonna go. We'll show you here.
Yeah, it just says you go back, there's one line there. It says like this, says government habits, hold on, let me find it again. Very complaints. I lost it. It was somewhere in the last couple. Yeah. They're just talking about like how the community of people were like, oh, we're very pleased with this police force, but then it said like mainly they were there kind of like to make sure that like thieves didn't pickpocket or something, because that makes a lot of sense. That's kind of like what that's kind of what the Pink Panther's all about, right? Like street crime and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this might be a cool read.
It seems dense.
Like, yeah, totally. It's a little too dense for my brain at the moment.
Yeah, no, I'm not into it.
But what a trip, fucking.
Yeah, this falling down the rabbit hole on fucking Matthew Guariglia. It's probably, yeah. Seems like he has like the Jekyll Hyde existence inside the CIA's 1980. Like, yeah. That shit's like crazy.
Foreign cars and female friends. Perhaps for the purposes of blackmail.
It's like, it's so funny. These cases often, in fact, require the exercise of full range investigation techniques. Oh, yeah? They demand the utmost intact discretion and investigation ingenuity. Oh, like what? During every step of this homosexual investigation, the responsibility to protect the innocent must be kept constantly in mind. Oh, so your CIA agents were sucking it and getting information, but we don't want to let their families know?
Kind of sounds like it.
Yeah. It's funny. Hostile intelligence is the homosexual entrapment. Of course, that's exactly what they're doing right there. One of the most common mistakes made by the average person is the conviction that he can recognize a homosexual on sight. This is similar to the recognition of a communist. Okay. The subject has a mental or emotional problem rather than a physical one. There is no way to spot a homosexual. Oh, yeah? Well, there's a guy that works at a TARTARIA. I could tell you, I can spot him pretty good. But our best subject leads to, yeah, Jekyll Hyde existence. Constantly cautious, constantly aware that his Mr. Hyde will be exposed. He frequently uses a post office box to receive mail from trusted friends, although bills, ads, junk mail, and letters from relatives are received at his residence. His telephone number is often unlisted. He does his own shopping, avoiding where possible delivery people or other outsiders coming to his home. His car, preferably foreign, drives a Volvo, is often reserved for weekends, rarely driven to the office. Oh, no. What?
Drives cars.
Yeah, he drives a goddamn bug, dude. Gay, the remains of the most common terms, deviates vocabulary. Gay means homosexual. It is used to describe people, places, favorite hangouts, parties, and groups. Any use of the word is significant, and it may be used at the test by one homosexual to see if a stranger reacts to it properly. Straight, the word means normal, not homosexual, and the opposite of gay. Okay.
Normal.
Bisexual. Interested in equal. Okay. This is so funny, dude. This is so funny. They got a whole office, like a fucking whole X-Files, dude, somewhere.
X-Files gay.
Yeah, they're like, oh, Mulder, get in here. We're sending you to frickin' San Fran. Let's see, those are but a few. There are many others. One of the recently unpopular introductory remarks. Aren't you Jack from the North? Oh, no one's ever asked me. This question varies as to name and area. I mean, how could it even be anything? But it is always phrased the same way. The other party is supposed to answer, no, I'm Joe, or any other name from the North. The word North or South, East, West, etc. is the code word. It means homosexual. The person asking the question knows at once from the response whether the other person is or not. Okay.
Great work, Mulder, on getting this great information.
Scully. That's funny, dude. That is so funny. It's like, it's super 70s movie, man. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The warning signs are invariable present. Alertness to them is a necessity. I don't know. I don't think of it. But nevertheless, This guy's got like interesting articles, and he's been digging through a lot of stuff, man. And probably listens from the way what he looks like. He probably listens to Jawbreaker, dude. Police lies, the history of stories about racial violence. What the loss of New York Police Museum means for criminal justice. What? I don't. Too much surveillance makes us less free. That's the one that we were like trying to look up on.
Yeah, we looked at that one.
Yeah. Robots in the age of digital surveillance in the age of robots. Huh. Stop killer robots. Cookies.
Jesus. Is that off?
Oh, is that him right there?
Yeah.
What is he
saying?
saying?
Watch him?
Yeah.
You can't hear it though, huh?
Yeah, we got to go through the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. See what he says.
Hi, I'm Hayley, and I'm a campaigner for Stop Killer Robots. This video is part of a series where we explore digital dehumanization. Digital dehumanization is a process where humans are reduced to data, which is then used to make decisions and/or take actions that negatively affect our lives. In this video, we're talking to Dr. Matthew Guariglia about surveillance and the rise of robotics. Hi, so what's your name and what is it that you do?
Sure, I'm Dr. Matthew Guariglia. I'm a policy analyst at the Electronic Frontier Foundation. And I research and am an activist focused on privacy and surveillance from governments and where that surveillance overlaps with consumer privacy.
Could you describe yourself in 3 seconds?
There we go.
3 seconds. Yeah, I'm a historian, researcher, and activist of state power.
Why is it important that information remains our own?
Well, I think what information is its vulnerability. When you give people a lot of information on you, that could be totally trustworthy, right? With more information on you, you could be served with more convenience. If people know your wants, your desires, your schedule, your routine, there is room to offer you with convenient solutions. The problem is that also represents vulnerability. What a bad actor, what somebody wishing to do harm to you can do with that amount of information.
We hear quite often that if you've nothing to hide, why does it matter that your data is collected? What would your response to that be?
Well, the answer is that you do not know if you have anything to hide, because history is full of people thinking they were doing nothing wrong, which that information could be used against them eventually anyway. So, your relationships, your religion, your ethnicity, your immigrant status, all of these things are information about you that is collected. And you might not have anything to hide about that information today, but you have no idea who will be in power tomorrow. You have no idea who will get their hands on that information in the future and what they plan to do with it.
What would you say to people who think that surveillance technologies are a good thing?
I would say the same thing. Surveillance might seem like it's making you secure today, but just in proximity to your own life, that surveillance equipment is picking up a lot of information about you that also makes you vulnerable. It's not just the people across the street. It's not just the potential burglar trying to, scale your fence that it's picking up on. It's also, the conversations you have when you're coming in and out of your house, or the conversations you have on your phone while you're sitting on your front porch, what have you. And so that surveillance equipment, it might be serving you with convenience. You might think it's making you feel more secure, but really it's also making you more vulnerable to outside actors as well.
What is the current scale of surveillance in and around the home?
Yeah, the average home is filled with potential vulnerabilities when it comes to cybersecurity, when it comes to surveillance. The more smart home devices you have, if you have, audio triggered assistants in your home, which are connected to the internet, your cell phone, your computer, the internet, all of these things, whatever is collecting information on you that is being stored elsewhere, makes you more vulnerable to hackers who want to record things in your house or want to get footage of you, who want to read your emails, who want your financial records, to police who are interested maybe in your relationships or what you do politically. Who knows?
So who owns our data?
That's who owns your data is the question of our time, because you might trust your cell phone carrier with your data because it's a big trustworthy company, but you don't know who's going to buy your company next and what they're going to do with your data. That company might be selling your data to data brokers and to advertisers who in turn sell it to other people, who in turn give it to the government. So really the question of who owns our data is becoming more and more elusive and more troubling.
Your article mentions situational awareness. What is that and how does it affect us?
Yeah, I mean, part of it is understanding, your personal threat model is who are you worried might get your information? What's the worst thing that can happen if somebody got their hands on that information, and doing what you can to protect that. Not reusing passwords from a compromised website to also run your home security system. Because we've seen when that sort of thing happens, bad actors can plug in the password and username from a data breach website, and they can suddenly have access to your home security system. They can see you and hear you. And so being aware of what in your house is most vulnerable and how to protect it is incredibly important.
Can you tell us more about Nightscope?
Nightscope is an autonomous robot company which provides these systems to private entities, to police departments, which are just patrol robots. They are out there right now. There are, probably hundreds of them at this point that are out there patrolling, and they have cameras, they have microphones. There have been some records in the past that they collect data from your cell phone pinging off of equipment inside them. They can potentially read license plate readers, and they are being deployed by, in public parks, in parking garages, by shopping malls. All sorts of different entities are buying these robots and deploying them.
Your article mentions government departments looking to use robot dogs, but is this technology accessible to private entities as well?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, these things are quite expensive as of now. So you have, like I said, when it comes to Nightscope, entities like shopping malls or private parking garages deploying them in attempts of, keeping their customers safe. But because these things are very costly, one of the biggest potential buyers of them is the government. So their Department of Homeland Security, their police departments, entities with massive budgets who are still and always looking for a kind of technological silver bullet that they think will come in and answer all of their problems. And for some people, they were investing a lot of money in the idea that robots will be one of these silver bullets.
So there's a big question mark about CCTV and its effectiveness. Can you tell us, does surveillance stop crime?
The big thing to ask when it comes to whether or not surveillance prevents or stops crime is, one, if surveillance stopped crime, why do we have so much surveillance footage of crime happening? Clearly, people are not deterred by cameras, by surveillance when they are intending on committing a criminal act. And so some people will retort, well, the footage will help you get conviction. They will help you put people in jail for committing those crimes. But it invites us to ask the much larger societal question, do convictions lower crime rates? What actually prevents crime? What stops crime? Because crime, as a historian of crime and policing, crime kind of ebbs and flows no matter what initiatives are happening out there, no matter what police are trying to do. So the more surveillance we have, supposedly the more convictions we have. If crime doesn't fall, then what? Then what is the next solution we're going to turn to? Because eventually we have to ask these bigger questions about what actually causes crime, and do more cameras, are they going to stop that?
How is the rise in surveillance linked to the rise in robotics?
The massive amount of data that can be collected now is useful. It's useful to a lot of things, one of which is the rise of robotics, because robots, especially autonomous robots, require a tremendous amount of already collected data and continuously collected data in order to allow it to run. So all of these, supposedly autonomous robots going out there all have cameras, they have microphones, they're collecting all of this data. And whenever you have that amount of data being collected, eventually governments and law enforcement are going to ask for it, which means that you have just these big roving surveillance devices, which are ostensibly an autonomous robot, but are also just a massive surveillance machine.
Can you tell us about the approval and the subsequent backlash against armed robots in San Francisco?
Yeah, so in California now, we have a new law which requires police departments to pass through a municipal legislative body the use policy for law enforcement technology. One of the things that a lot of police departments have increasingly is remote control robots, which are supposedly used for bomb disposal. They are robots that come over from the military, and you're supposed to use them to approach a suspicious package or a device which might be explosive and unstable. And in planning for the impossible, the police departments, a lot of them are seeking approval to strap either maybe guns, but in the case of San Francisco, explosives onto one of these bomb disposal robots, and to use it like an improvised explosive device. That in an unlikely scenario, they wanted the authorization to send a remote control robot strapped with an explosive toward a potential threat and to blow it up. And at first, the Board of Supervisors in the city of San Francisco approved that policy. They said that under very vague language, the police would be able to use this power to blow up a potential threat. The community found out about this. They watched the first vote. People were very disturbed by what they saw as a really large and sweeping authorization for police to use these powers. And there was, a frenzy. Activists, community groups were up in arms and were calling on supervisors to reverse course. Frankly, the entire world's media descended on San Francisco, disturbed that this could set some kind of a precedent for police using armed robots. And within 1 week, we were able to reverse course. And as of right now, until the policy language is revisited, we have a full ban on police using deadly force with robots in the city of San Francisco.
That's and the Electronic Frontier Foundation played a big part in that, right?
Yes, we were. Electronic Frontier Foundation has had a policy position now for quite some time that we are very much against domestic policing being done via armed robot, and that's in remote control or autonomous cases. So when that popped up in our backyard, we felt very well situated to step out in front and to do whatever we can to really organize a lot of community groups that were also very concerned. So we were very instrumental in working with a large coalition of civil rights groups and community groups and racial justice groups to try to put pressure on the Board of Supervisors to reverse course.
Is there anything else you'd like to say in closing?
I think for a lot of people, the conversation about policing as done by robot, whether it be remote control drone, remote control robot, or autonomous robot, is that this is a far-fetched conversation that we don't need to be having yet. But it absolutely is a conversation we need to have now, because whether you like it or not, whether you think we're deluded by visions of RoboCop or the Terminator or not. These are happening. And one thing I really wanted to make clear in working with Stop Killer Robots is that at where we are right now on the landscape of data surveillance, data privacy, and the rise of robotics is that autonomous robots are already out there. They're already on patrol. Police departments are getting more and more eager to arm both remote controlled and autonomous robots. And there are a lot of companies out there that see a huge paycheck to be made when it comes to getting out in front of this and selling and manufacturing these types of devices and weapon systems for police departments. So the time to act, the time to be concerned, and the time to start passing protective legislation against armed robots and armed autonomous robots is right now.
So if you want to take action to stop killer
Shit,
robots,
all right.
first thing
How many
you can
views
do
on
is
that?
like, share, and
Let's read the
subscribe to these
comments.
videos. It really helps get us out there. If you want to
Hold
know
on.
more, visit stopkillerrobots.org.
Sorry, my neck is just killing me. I can't even sit down right now.
Oh, dude. Well, we'll cut it short here.
0 comments.
Oh, how? How many views?
6,000. They must have comments turned off.
What? All right, man. Your neck's hurt, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's all good, bro.
My neck was killing me. Yeah. You get on that sciatic nerve before. Yeah.
Oh man.
Do you ever get that sciatica nerve?
Sometimes.
Yeah, dude. You gotta work the left side of your body there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, because what it's gonna do. Yeah.
I get it all up here bad.
Oh man, from bass playing, you think?
I think it's all of the above, you know.
Old man stato.
Well, just bass, work, life,
fucking
bad posture,
chintzy pillow.
chintzy pillow for fucking 45 years.
Yeah, you got to get a My Pillow, dude. Fucking.
I have a good one now.
Yeah,
it's a memory foam. It's hella comfy.
The best ones are those Marriott fucking hotel fucking pillows, dude. They're like $70.
Marriott's nice.
Yeah, Marriott is so nice, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Not like $400 a night, nice, but it's nice, dude.
No, yeah, for sure. You're stoked if you're staying there.
It's all fucking All right, dude.
Fuck.
Put this one out unedited, dude. Just go for it. We didn't say anything bad.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Yeah, I'll see if I can get to it a little bit tonight.
Yeah, if you're not too fucking in pain, dude.
Yeah, it'll go away.
Yeah. What are you yeah. I feel bad for you, man. Like you need one of those sharper image chairs that you just crawl in and they just fucking hook you up.
Just thought,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be all right.
All right, my man. Good seeing you.
Bro. Yeah,
fucking stoked, dude. I'll talk to you later, dude. Take care.
Yeah, bro. All right.